So today we're going to be ranking every single UFC pay-per-view from 2024. So starting off this, we have got UFC 297, which was DDP versus Sean Strickland. Let's take a look at the card right here. Main event is kind of what's saving this card, to be honest. Co-main event, dog shit. Horrendous fight. Really boring shit. I actually don't have anything nice to say about this one. Neil Magny exposing Mike Malott. Wasn't bad. Chris Curtis, Marc-Andre Barriault. I don't really remember much from this fight, to be honest, so that doesn't count really as a good thing. Arnold Allen being robbed by Movsar Evloev. That's going to put the card down a couple pegs, to be honest. Let's just take a look at the prelims. Sam Patterson getting a win. That might jump it up a few pegs. That might even it out from the Arnold Allen loss. Yeah, this card isn't great. Yeah, if it wasn't for the main event, this is arguably worst of the year. We're going to go C. It could be moved though. UFC 297 could be moved. If it wasn't for the main event, we're looking at D tier for this one. Next up, we've got UFC 298, Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria. Main event, phenomenal outside of the result. Robert Whittaker, Paulo Costa, again, another fun fight. Jeff Neal versus Ian Gary. Wasn't great. It wasn't great. I can't defend that at all. That there wasn't a really enjoyable fight. Let's be honest. Merab versus Henry Cejudo, good fight. This main card is stacked. Anthony Hernandez, Roman Kopylov. I remember this card. This is a great card. This is stacked for the main card. Prelims, let's see. Rinya Nakamura, he's a guy to look out for in the bantamweight division. I actually think he will be in around the top 15 by the end of 2025. Let's just see. Alban Elliott! So, I've just shown that I have the best Alban Elliott impression on YouTube. So, take that into consideration. Overall, UFC 298, I like this card. This card, we're going to go B. UFC 299, one of the best cards of the year. Sean O'Malley, Chito Vera, Dustin Poirier, Benoit St. Denis, Kevin Holland, and the debut of MVP, Gilbert Burns, JDM, Petr Yan, Song Yadong, Curtis Blades exposing Almeida. I don't want to say I made this prediction when everybody was on the Almeida Glaze train. I did predict that Curtis Blades would beat him. What else do we have in this card? Gamrot, RDA. I don't really know if that's one to be showboating about, to be honest. You had Rebellis to Spain. Shout out that guy, RIP. Biggest hype job of the year. Michel Pereira getting the win in the first round. I like this card. This was stacked. This was a fantastic card. The main card, just look at how stacked that was. Sean O'Malley styling on Chito Vera. 4-5 rounds. Dustin Poirier knocking out Benoit St. Denis. Exactly like I fucking said in my prediction for this. This is a great card. This right here is guaranteed A. That's A tier, brother. Next up, UFC 300. Let's just go S tier. I mean, let's just take a look at this card. Pereira, Jamal Hill in the main event. Granted, this wasn't the main event that everybody wanted, but it delivered. Co-main event, maybe should have been swapped out with a BMF title fight. But anyway, you have Max Holloway, KO, and Justin Gaethje. Also, this co-main event women's fight was unbelievable as well. It kind of goes under the radar though because Max Holloway KO'd Justin Gaethje with the last second. What I want to talk about with this fight though is I hate when people try and say Max Holloway, Justin Gaethje's like fight of the year. It's not. It was a one-sided beating. The only reason people actually talk about this fight is because Holloway KO'd him in the last seconds. Outside of that, it wasn't a particularly all-out war, let's just be honest. It was domination from Max Holloway. Again, another fight that I predicted, and everyone told me I was wrong. Fuck you. Right, next up, we've got Oliveira, Arman Tsarukyan. Again, another banger. Bo Nickel, Cody Brundage, stinker. Why do they keep putting this guy on the main card? He will make an appearance in this video again, though, don't worry. Prelims, Yuri Prohaska versus Rakic. Calvin Kattar versus the UFC bantamweight GOAT Aljamain Sterling. Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison on her UFC debut. Sadiq Youssef getting slapped by Diego Lopez in the very first round. Early prelims, Jalen Turner throwing the biggest win of his career away. Money Moicano making a statement at UFC 300. Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. It was an okay fight if I remember correctly. Bobby Green styling on the legend that is Jim Miller, beating him up. And Davidson Figueiredo on the very first fight of the card, choking out former UFC bantamweight Cody Garbrandt. This is the greatest card of all time. Hands down. Name value. The fights delivered as well. This is the best. Like, easily asked here. Next up we've got UFC 301. UFC 301. Let's look at this card. Pantoja Steve Ercik. I'm going to be honest, this main event delivered. This main event delivered. A lot of people say this is the worst card of the year. I disagree. Main event delivered. Co-main event, the return of Jose Aldo. Great fight. The GOAT that is Anthony Smith giving Vitor Petrino his first ever loss. That guy there, Petrino, obviously has the fight IQ of this fucking TV remote. Why he let himself get guillotined like that, I'll never know. Pereira just beating up Pateria in the first round. You've got Paul Craig being smoked by Baralho. Let me see what else. There wasn't really much. Oh yeah, Mauricio Ruffi getting that first round KO. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there wasn't anything really else that I want to talk about on this card. You know what? This isn't as bad as everybody lets on. The main event was a great fight. UFC 301's better than UFC 297. I'm going to move it high C tier. I don't know if I can put a B tier. Can I put a B tier? No, let's go on C tier. Next up, UFC 302, Islam versus Poirier. Main event, what a fight. What a fight this main event was. It delivered. A lot of people were saying Poirier didn't deserve the title shot, etc., etc. But this delivered. Arguably Dustin Poirier's career best performance. I know he lost, but he was in there with the point for point best. Showed really improved takedown defense and was landing on the feet. But Islam Makhachev, even with staph infection, just proved that he is levels above. Co-main event was dog shit. Sean Strickland versus Paulo Costa. This fight was complete ass. Sean Strickland, I'm going to go to war for you guys, and then proceeds to jab and tape his way to a fucking boring decision. Shit. That's going to knock this card down a few points. Kevin Holland breaking Mikhail Olasechuk's arm was grim. I can't lie. It was grim. It was grim to see. The fact this was the feature fight though. Ugh. Nico Price versus Alex Morono. Ugh. Fucking hell. This card actually does stink a bit. Almeida got the first round finish. Who cares? Roman Kopylov got a big win. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, this card wasn't great. Holy shit. Yeah, this is worse than UFC 301, to be honest. The main event can't even save it that much. Yeah, that's going at C. Fuck, I didn't realise how shit that card was. I'm kind of just like, oh, the main event was so good. But when you look at the rest of the card, 302 was absolute fucking duke. Right, let's go. 303, Pereira Prohaska 2. This was meant to be McGregor Chandler. Great main event. Co-main event was okay. Roman Dolidze, Anthony Smith sucked ass. Oh shit, I forgot Ian Gary MVP was on this. No, I don't know why I'm saying that. Like, oh shit, it was such a fun fight. It wasn't. It was terrible. But I actually forgot this fight was on this card. Joe Pyfer getting the first round KO. Peyton Talbot on the card. Andre Arlovsky on the card. Shout out him. Vinicius Oliveira. This guy must see. It's not an amazing card though, is it? Is it above 301? I'm going to put it above 301. I feel like I'm just going on my way to try and be extra different with 301 now because everyone hates it. 303 is probably better, to be honest. 304, Bilal Muhammad, Leon Edwards 2. Main event really hurt me. Now, I was able to watch this live at Buffalo Wild Wings out in America, so I'm kind of fond of this pay-per-view. Seeing Tom Aspinall smoke Curtis Blades in round 1, cinema. Seeing Paddy Pimblett destroy Bobby Green, cinema. Christian Leroy Duncan versus Gregory Rodriguez was a fun fight. I actually forgot about it though. It delivered. Arnold Allen beating Giga Chikadze. Delivered. Nathaniel Wood should have got the finish. Should have got the finish in that fight. Molly McCann getting beat. Jake Hadley beating Loughran. That wasn't a great fight. Muhammad Makayev, Manel Cap really under-delivered. Oh, Ban Elliott getting the win. Sam Patterson got the win. Mick Parkin, future heavyweight GOAT, with a win. This actually was a pretty good card. I like this. We're going to go B. Next up, UFC 305, Israel Adesanya DDP. Main event delivered. Love this main event. The finishing sequence to Israel Adesanya versus DDP, for guys that are so high level in the sport of MMA, it's such a low level finish in my opinion. It's hilarious. You need to watch it if you haven't. Steve Usyk getting smoked by Kai Car-France. I seen that. Didn't think that was going to happen. I thought Steve Usyk was going to beat Kai Car-France. Kai Car-France smoked him. I'm surprised Kai Car-France didn't get the title shot after that. But anyway, Gamrot being robbed by Dan Hooker, crazy. Taito Ivasa, Jairzinho Rosenstrike. I'm pretty sure a judge give this to Taito Ivasa, so his eyes were located up his fucking ass for this fight. Carlos Prates making a name for himself, smoking Li Jingliang. We've got the prelims. Junior Tafa was crying because he lost. Herbert Burns, that guy needs to be studied. Does kind of fall off outside of the main card, but the main card was good. Give us some really good fights. I'm going to put it above... where am I putting this? Below, because I'm biased. UFC 306. Shit. O'Malley versus Merab. UFC 306 in the Sphere. Main event disappointed. Co-main event disappointed. Feature fight did deliver a bit. Daniel Zellhuber versus Ribovic. I forgot about that fight. That was a banger. That was a real good fight. Ronaldo Rodriguez versus Ade Osborne. Shite. Prelims were dog shit. Yeah. No, I'm not moving that. UFC 306 was shit. I'm not moving that. That's staying in shit. UFC 307, let's take a look. Outside of the main event, this card was pretty ass. Co-main event, dog shit. Feature fight, dog shit. Roman Dolidze, Kevin Holland, dog shit. Kayla Harrison versus Caitlin Vieira, shite. Joaquin Buckley, Stephen Thompson, not bad. Outside of that, there was nothing else. But the main event really fucking saved it. This fight right here, we're going to go there. UFC 307 delivered. I enjoyed that. UFC 308 banger. Absolute fucking banger from start to finish. Topuria, Max Holloway, Robert Whittaker, Hamzat Chimaev, Ankalaev versus Rakic, Lerone Murphy, Dan Ige, Shara Bullet, Magomedov. Like, this here... Stacked. Oralby versus Rebecca. What a fucking fight that was. Unbelievable. I love this card. UFC 308. Is it above 299? Yes. Move. Yeah, right. UFC 309. Now, co-main event, Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira didn't deliver. It was boring as hell outside of the last round. John Jones, Stipe. John Jones saved this card. Bo Nickel, Paul Craig. We're not wasting time on this card. D tier was better than 306. So, in UFC 310, we haven't seen it yet, but the card is stacked. Let's quickly take a look at it. You've got Pantoja versus Asakura. Fun main event. Co-main event saved the card. Ian Gary, Shavkat Rakhmonov. Ian Gary's going to beat him. Surreal Gam versus Volkov. Great fight in the feature fight. These two fights shouldn't be anywhere near the fucking main card. But anyway, let's move on. Dominic Reyes, Anthony Smith. Slaps. Movsar Evloev, Aljamain Sterling. Slaps. Randy Brown, Brian Battle. Great fight. Yeah. Overall, UFC 310, I think it's going to deliver. Low B tier. So yeah, let me know your opinions in the comments below. Where would you rank these UFC 2024 pay-per-views? And as always, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one.